that stream started nice. YouTube's being nice to me. Hey, I'm the Expert Layman, and this is Burning Crusade Classic. Maxing your weapon skill in 30 minutes. This is a ranged weapon. Already did my gun, and it went so well that I thought I should reproduce it with... Hello! Okay, yeah. Apparently I have sound on my stream. And that I would reproduce it with the thrown weapon, which is like 60 or something. And just the biggest part of this, and this is basically for warriors and rogues, because they don't have an auto attack from ranged, and it kind of sucks. So Dr. Boom has volunteered because he will not reset if he can't reach you. Most mobs will. And I think this was actually left here just for this purpose, because it's so perfect, and, you know, Blizzard at the time did stuff like this. The 30 minutes thing should be accurate, but that last point is weird. It seems like it gets super steep for that last point. So it might... I definitely... 349 within 30 minutes. That last point might take a little while. But to offset that potential clickbaitiness, this should also work on melee weapons, because you do not have to be fighting something that yields experience or honor to increase your weapon skill. So you could take this into like Ragefire Chasm or something and potentially do quite well. Basically just on your talents. Now, Intellect is... A lot of people say Intellect is absolutely useless to a warrior. And they are absolutely correct 99 point something % of the time. But oh, that 1%. Intellect affects how quickly you gain weapon skill. So I went to the auction house and I was able to find everything but like a neck piece. No, I got the neck, shoulders. And make sure every piece had as much intellect on it as possible. So able to get everything for between 3 and 8 gold. So you're like, oh gee, so you drop like 80 gold on gear that just to skill up your weapon. But if you can do it in 30 minutes, that for a lot of people that's not that's a decent price to pay for that service. So get ready for a strangely geared warrior with intellect, not the shoulders, but intellect on everything. Even the thrown weapon, I found one with intellect. In fact, I have right now 341 intellect. You know what? Let me. I also have an elixir of Dranic Wisdom, which will bump it up a little more. And a scroll of intellect 5. Now I'm at 391. Oh, I could have made 400. There was a food buff that gave 10, but it only lasted 10 minutes, and it didn't seem worth it for the price. And I am going to start chucking... I'm afraid my dagger will actually break before I get it maxed out and I'll have to fly back. There's actually a good chance of that. Did not think about that, but we'll see. But Area 52 is not far. It is literally right there. So, not a big deal. The other thing is there is no ranged auto attack for rogues or warriors. Seems a bit like an oversight, and this might not be... This might violate the game's ULA or whatever, but I don't think it's healthy to just keep clicking the same button for, like, you know, half hour to an hour. So I just have a very simple macro that just keeps throwing my dagger. And I will engage that now. And go back to my center screen. And let the points roll. I like how it comes in like a boomerang. I do not seem to have sound. Yeah, I don't seem to have game sound for some reason. That's concerning. Is it because it's not on top? Huh. The game is just not putting out sound. Oh, now I'm in combat, so I can't make any... I'm hearing something, it's just not much. I think it's just because it keeps losing focus. I wonder if I close this. Oh, well, doesn't really matter that much. So, you know what I didn't think about? What I'm going to talk about for the next 20 minutes. I'm just messing around in my warrior a lot. Yeah, he is a goofy looking bastard. And do not abuse macros in the game. Do not use it to automate. I'm going to be sitting here the whole time. It's not like I'm walking away and letting a bot do things for me. I could just be clicking this and it wouldn't be making any difference. But yeah, pretty much every throw you're getting a point. Was something I wanted to talk about, but it's just not occurring to me now. Yeah, since I'm protection, I should, and once I get done with this, I should be able to just walk right into Ragefire Chasm and maybe see how quickly I can work up my dagger skill. Dr. Boom is also nice if he's basically the only training dummy in the game right now. So pretty much any class can come up here and just repeatedly cast on it. And he has so much health. Yeah, I got my that's not right. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I couldn't resist. It was only 400 gold in the auction house, and I've just been... Well, I have him ready for Karzan. I kind of have a weird tradition that I don't do the key quest for Karzan until I feel like my character is geared well enough to belong there. So once I got him there, I'm like, oh, let's go start doing that. So now I was just farming for hours and hours, looking, waiting for a Shadow Labyrinth group, which I could either tank or DPS, but there was still nothing. So I've got plenty of cash. And this is just amazing. Just stamina and hit. 30 stamina, 8 hit. And it's nice and slow, so like on a pull, you can actually do a fair amount of initial threat on the pull. And missing when you're pulling as a tank is not good. But yeah, my bags are all full of DPS and tank gear because I almost have a complete DPS set now. And I'll just go out farming with the warrior, and he does pretty good. Let me put the screen back over. Up to 178. It's still hitting on every throw, which you would expect even without intellect gear up to, I don't know, 200 or 250. I was just amazed how quickly it went up, even because I got like a handful of pieces that were really cheap, like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 pieces. And it's made a bigger difference than I expected. So, oh my God, of course. 2 DPS Shadow Labs. Should I bail on this and go to Shadow Labs? No. Oops, I did not click the right thing. Yeah, there. Why is that not? Oh, there we go. Yeah, something's being weird. I think I need to... Uh-oh. I broke something. Oh, I got sound for a second and then it went away again. I don't know. I would tell you about the macro thing. Oh, and I need Old Hillsbrad too. This is just... There's nothing else on top. It should be giving me sound. Oops. I do not recommend messing around with the pullovers macro creator unless you know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you are not going to have a good time. Like me. I just kind of like bang stuff around until it does what I want. And that's no position to be trying to tell other people how to do stuff. But if you're inclined in that direction, I would actually really, or you have some experience in that area, I would recommend it, because I only got it because when Rocket League decided, or let's be honest, Epic Games decided that the problem wasn't the toxicity in games making people leave. The problem, there's no toxicity. It's the people leaving that are causing the bad experience for players. And I got to watch, you know, my matchmaking rating drop down to where I was seeing champions and grand champions. And now that I couldn't evade games with people who were obviously going to throw, I got dragged down. And I'm just like, I'm not engaging with these toxic people, but they say either play or you get kicked. And I don't like ultimatums like that. So I created a macro that would essentially just keep my car active. Oh, did it break already? It broke. Okay, well, let's... Well, let's go get repaired. Oh, did I just get my audio back? Let's hope I don't run into anything that wants to fight me. Come on, Dr. Boom, let it go, man. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna die. You know what I was gonna do? Okay. On a corpse of a very strange warrior who didn't seem to know how to gear himself. Thought he was a mage or something. Oh, come on, give up already. Why? Thank you. I was thinking I would have bought 2 of those, because it's I'm probably going to need to do this a couple of times. But in the future, I'll do what I did before, which is just like, you know, Alt F4 out of the game, wait for my character to despawn, and then log back in, because that seems a little bit safer than what I just did. And of course, with with something other than a dagger, you'd have arrows to consume. And you wouldn't have this problem. But I already got up to 256. Probably gonna push past my 30 minutes if I have to keep doing this. And of course, find the fastest, doesn't matter what level, fastest of whatever it is you're trying to level up. Okay, and we are back in business. Now, still getting a point for every throw. What did I predict? Somewhere around 300, I'm guessing it's going to stop doing that, but who knows? Yeah, intellect makes a massive difference. For weapon skill, and literally nothing else. Listen. Oh, the macro. Yeah, I think if you're using it to exploit something in the game, that's definitely wrong. But it's not doing anything I couldn't be doing, and I'm still sitting right here. And I could just be clicking it over and over again, but like, you know, I think in this situation, I don't know, the essence of what they would want wouldn't be to somebody sitting here clicking for an hour, giving themselves carpal tunnel. But who knows? It's Blizzard. Oh yeah, the fastest weapon you can find. And you know, and it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing. How much hit you have doesn't matter. If you can get an ammo pouch or quiver that will cause you to go faster, I think that helps, but I couldn't find one. There were like none in the auction house, so I'm like, okay, never mind. I guess I'm not doing that. But this is a 1.7 thrown dagger. Oh my god. It has 200 durability. Yeah, you should see this. The durability goes down. You get 200 throws, and then it's broken. It'd be funny, park a field repair bot right next to me. Man, it's still going every throw. Yeah, I think 30 minutes might have been excessive. Like, it looks like it might. I mean, it's possible it could get there without breaking again. I'm already up 331. Yeah, this appears to be even more potent than I expected. And getting those last points on your ranged, and just when you're pulling as a tank, God, you don't want to miss. Of course, nothing is as embarrassing as a miss when somebody misses with their Avenger's Shield. That is hysterical because it tends to fly off in weird directions after it misses the first target. I think it does that in Burning Crusade. I might be thinking of something that happened either in, you know, the vanilla version of the game or Lich King. But I do remember that being hysterical. Yeah, we're not getting one on every throw now. But man, we're at like... Yeah, I don't actually have a thrown weapon I'm going to be using. This is just for the demonstration. How many throws we got left? Oh, we still got like 93. I may not bother to get that last point. I'll tell you what, I will just use it the rest of my throws. Yeah, because with the thrown weapon, each time you throw, it consumes one of your 200 durability. I think... wish I had one on me so I could see this, but I think higher quality weapons have higher durability, so they'll last longer. But you know, how often are you going to need to throw more than 200 times before repairing again? Yeah, 30 minutes. I should I should change the thumbnail and title to how long have we been going? Like 15 minutes. But maybe not if you don't get like the full like intellect set with potions, with, you know, with the scroll and the potion. 30 minutes becomes a conservative estimate, which I would prefer anyway. I was concerned that it might be a bit clickbaity, that it wouldn't quite be that fast, but I'm at 348 in 15 minutes. I think I'm safe. 349. Yeah, I'm just going to let it throw out the next... It's got another 52 throws. If it gets it, it gets it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then I think I'm just going to go down to Ragefire Chasm and work on daggers. See how that goes. I mean, they're going to miss me like crazy, and I still have, you know, avoidance and armor and stuff, because I try to get... As a warrior, you can wear any piece, which makes this easier than a rogue, because they can't do mail or plate. And suddenly, that super cheap pally gear actually works in my favor. We got 35 to go. It didn't get it when I wasn't paying attention, did I? No. Oops. Down to the wire. 29. 28. I get that last point before it breaks. That would be so cool. Man, if it got it on the last point, that almost seems like a Blizzard thing to do too. Like the fact that your weapon is breaking. Oh, the thing that sucked is I was cruising along with my gun. And I'm like, oh, this isn't going to take long at all because I got that the BKP Sparrow. If you're working on your gun, is excellent because it's 1.7 speed and there's usually a ton of them for just like a couple of gold on the auction house. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me the point. Give me the point. Give me the point. No, it broke. That's okay. So yeah, I think I will just hearth out of here and go see how well this works for daggers. Of course, I will have to buy a couple of daggers. But at least you don't have to, it's not like there's a slow dagger out there. What is the fast? I bet you it's probably down to like 1.2 or 1.3 is probably the screw it. Like, this is like the WoW equivalent of the Walk of Shame. Like, do I want to just switch my gear for a little while? Because I didn't create an outfit for this, so... and I do not... Since you can auto-attack at melee, I do not need the macro thing. No? Maybe I'll get my audio back. Oh my god, I have game sound. Yeah, there's something about the macro was like, you have to set something up right so that it leaves the game in focus. I don't know. I had a perfectly serviceable macro that just, you know, what it did in Rocket League is it would like hold the left mouse button down for 1 to 4 seconds and then hold, okay, the boost and move forward was on the left mouse button, and the jump and the move backwards was on the right. So it would do 1 to 4 seconds forward and then 1 to 4 seconds backwards, putting a jump and then starting over. But I can't, if you use the mouse clicks, it gets really complicated with WoW, so I actually had to figure out how to make it hit a key. And apparently making it type stuff and making it just hit keys are entirely different functions, and I'm not sure I understand it entirely. But I think I'm gonna put the set in my bank, and if at any time I need to work something up, I will have it. You know what? There is actually a weapons vendor right in here that I used to repair at in original vanilla, and he might actually have daggers. He does have a dagger. Ooh, he's got a 1.4 dagger. That's probably good enough, but I'm just gonna, you know what, that is good enough. To Ragefire Chasm. Nobody look at me. Don't look at my shame. Saw this warrior, and he had an intellect gear. I don't know what the hell he was doing. It was like in vanilla WoW, you would see weird stuff like that. Maybe not that weird, but, you know. You'd see rogues where they had, like damage and healing, or hunters, and it'd be like, why are you wearing that? It's like, well, you know, it affects my poisons and my serpent sting. It's like, yeah, that's true, but that is all it affects. Well, I mean, on a hunter, arcane shot, serpent sting, volley. I think aim shot is actually arcane, but I can't recall. Okay, let's equip my daggers. Oh, I already had a dagger, but it was 1.7, so. Okay, I got my gray. I got my 7.1 DPS, level 11, not gray, but white daggers. I got my prot spec. Yeah, this appears as it would be, make sure I don't kill him with my, damage debuffs. Yeah, I can only thunderclap him like 4 more times. Oh no. I might need to go to a tougher dungeon. He's dying too quickly. But I think it's an effective proof of concept. I feel like a raid. This is what it must look like when you're a raid boss, you know. You're like, really? Glancing. Yeah, but a lot of the abilities are like, you know, they're not based on weapon damage, so if I use stuff, it's gonna die real quick, like if I revenge. Well, I think I accomplished everything I intended to accomplish here. I am the expert layman. This has been a warrior, but also a rogue, and to some degree a hunter's guide to maxing your weapon skill, not in 30 minutes, but 15. I'm the expert layman. You all have a great day.